Siema, zapraszam do oglądania kolejnego odcinka na moim kanale. Mam nadzieję, że będzie wam się podobać. Biegniemy. Uciekaj, Marta. Oż... W ogóle ja tam konie widzę, nie? Kurde, biegnę za nim. Tam jest konik. Pierdolę.
Ja! Ja!
O! Gra została zapisana. Ja pierdolę, nie? O ja pierdolę, ten gość mnie teraz zignorował. Oj. Pan wyrżnął, nie? I w tą kurde stronę płynął.
Left. Talmberku is to the left, along the stream. Ja!
W lewo, okej.
Tudod, hogy fog végződni?
Oho!
Érdekelem a nyakat, te nyomoron! Run for it! Warn the others! They tore at Skalicy!
Niku! Durny koń. Wbijaj się tu. Masz hop. Nie masz staminy teraz. Nie. Wygląda bikini. Jestem chyba na hita. Dziękuję.
Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyu husyckimi! They're turning tail!
Dojechaliśmy.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalicy. They burned it to the ground, slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that hair out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to
Na
the
mury.
manage. Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalicy. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalicy to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalicy is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalicy blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Wiadomość dostarczona. Zobaczmy, co się nadal działo. Daj się zdrzemnąć. No co ty gadasz, bo możesz sobie opóźniać, nie ma czasu do stracenia.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go? I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith.
A bo ja stąd przypierdziłem tutaj. Jest klanowa.
I
Zrobiłem
can't
się.
understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he has. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss. Sir Divish has suffered his own share of woes, but he's a generous man and a good one. We'll take care of you until everything blows over. You risked your life for us.
Dzień.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate. Has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are.
Rozwój przemysłu na południu kraju, no owszem.
And a little wine to wash it down.
A 3/4 Polski, tam gdzie wieje, wszyscy idą w odnawialne źródła energii i brakuje energetyków, ludzi
No, that's where the students
z
stay
tymi,
robot.
nie? Bo
After all,
firmy się
you
zakładają o
deserve
tych
a proper
profilach.
bed. Let
Nie?
him sleep
I
in a lodge in
ludzi-
the courtyard.
Teraz chodzi o to, żeby przekwalifikować tych ludzi, którzy są tutaj na
Henry
przykład na
here is
Śląsku,
overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes,
czy gdzieś w
thank
innych
you.
rejonach, które są poprzemysłowe.
God reward you for your
Yeah.
kindness.
O to tam tak się wypowiadał.
You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it.
No ale to wasze pokolenie to już jest elastyczniejsze i że nie ma mowy już o tym, żeby 20 lat pracować, czy 25 lat
When
w
you've
jednej
done,
firmie, albo w firmie o jednolitym wiesz, strukturze, nie reorganizującej się, nie, wiesz, tak jak u was mówi, że tam coś u was ma być, co?
Dobra.
Jakaś restrukturyzacja też, nie? Każda organizacja, czy to usługowa. Robiłeś jakiś przegląd w szafkach?
Nie, kobla szukałem.
A, do tego telewizora. Sobie to biurko. Nie wszedł, żeby ten ekran był trochę dalej, a będziesz miał więcej miejsca na laptopa, a jednocześnie lepszy widok. Halo?
Ciekawe.
Radeczku.
Tak,
To, że on będzie troszeczkę dalej od twojej klatki i od buzi. Rękę i na laptop, Radek. Przekręcisz to.
hear you came from Skalicy.
Zobawcze, zdecyduje się, a może się nie zdecyduje.
Can I do anything to help?
Napisałam wczoraj Darkowi, żeby kupił babci żel do prania, większą ilość, a on dzisiaj u niej był po południu i znowu przyniósł jej wodę mineralną.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you... It's just
Czekam w tym
to
disku
help you sleep.
przeceny na poduszki, bo te moje mnie już uczulają. A te twoje to w ogóle są płaszczone. Słyszysz? A nie byśmy w Isku kupowali poduszki do rabki?
But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. It was terrible and unexpected. A fellow by the name of Kun, it got a bit heated.
Oh.
When I'd done all the... The sword was taken,
You don't say.
but Sigismund's horde was... A horde of...
How awful.
And then death descended on... Father told me to take shelter.
And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight, cut down my father without a thought.
You poor boy.
I ran to the castle like our neighbor. The men on the battlement. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberku and to...
And with all that was happening, you...
Then I heard a scream. It was... I wanted to help her. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride up.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror.
That's terrible. How could something like that...
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been
Możliwe.
merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberku, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberku. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city. There was something going on. Now, we're here.
You're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Move in, people! Come on! We're running out of time! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward. Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalicy.
God be with you.
What do you think about how the...
Fortune smiled on him, that's for certain.
Just a shame Fortune didn't smile on one.
Oh, shit. Sorry. And you know Sir Radzik Kobala?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few times. Why do you...
He must be a fine lord. Take such good...
Surely all the lords do that.
Ah, I could tell you some stories. Jesus, no. I didn't mean it like that.
To jest tak jakby
Just that I heard
pizza,
something.
ale można tam dodać jeszcze warzywa.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till...
I will. Thank you.
Czyżby atak?
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over against his foe. We may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberku.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalicy and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord of the land, and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noted. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, the Radzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalicy mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Fortunately, certain escaped. Good, you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time.
As far as I know, Sir Radzik is the king's hetman at Skalicy. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against the king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army.
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Króciutko.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Dzięki za oglądanie odcinka. Mam nadzieję, że się podobał. Załapkujcie, napiszcie komentarz. Do zobaczenia na streamie lub w kolejnym odcinku. Cześć, cześć.